So many people ask, the first question is, what is a septic tank? How do they work? So this broadcast, I'm going to show you what a septic tank is and basically how they work. It's as simple as that. Let's just keep it really simple. So I've instead of just doing a long broadcast, I thought I'd just make a 10-minute one now and yeah, show you what a septic tank is and how they work. So let's just get straight into this. So here you go, a typical scenario here. We've got a house fenced off. Here is, all right, let's get into this. Oops, where are we going there? That's the side of the house. Let's try again, right? All right, so here we go. So here's a typical scenario, and here is the septic tank lid, and this is the inspection chamber. So if you wander down your garden and you see a lid or an inspection or two lids together, that's typically what they are. So let's show you what's underneath the bonnet now. Okay, so just bear with me. Let's take the grass away. All right, so there we go. So if you could do like an X-ray vision and actually have a look. Let me just turn this sludge off actually in the pipes, because that is not necessary yet. Oh, pipe sludge. No. Where are we? Just bear with me a second here. Yeah, bear with me a second here. There we go. Got it. All right. So that's another. That's for another day, that one. All right. So look, here's your septic tank and soakaway. So this white thing here is your septic tank. All right, so that's an old style onion septic tank. Okay, so there we go. So that's typically what the septic tanks look like 20, 30, 40 years ago. You can still buy them and still put them in. They're called an onion style septic tank. Okay, so this thing here, this is the inspection chamber. Okay, so that's the inspection chamber there. So all the liquid, well, I'll show you in a second. All right. And this is the most important part of the septic tank. It's called the soakaway. So this is a typical herringbone kind of type of soakaway system here. There you go. Look at that. All right. And that is typically, if you could do an X-ray vision or excavate the area and reveal what's underneath, that is what typically a septic tank and soakaway looks like. So let's show you how they work. All right. So let's go down here. So let's remove the half of the tank. All right, so let me just take the lid off as well. Septic tank lid. There we go. Okay, so that is the lid. So that's what a septic tank would look like in the ground if it was cut in half. Okay, so basically all the wastewater will leave your property here. So by wastewater, I mean your sink water, your washing up water, you know, from your washing machine, I mean, from your dishwasher, from your bath, from your bidet, from your toilet, everything will leave the house and enter the septic tank. So let me show you the water in the tank. Here we go. Bam, da-da. So all the wastewater will leave your property and it enters the septic tank. It's as simple as that. And the septic tank water will always fill up to about here, this kind of tide line there. You have to forgive me, I've got the hiccups. I've got the hiccups today. It's always hard to talk when you've got the hiccups. But anyway, look, the tide line or the water is always that high in a septic tank. Some people lift the lid and I think, oh no, my septic tank's full, I need to get it emptied. But it's not, it's always that full. All right, that doesn't mean it's full and needs emptying. The only reason people empty their tank is because over time the solids build up on the bottom here and you get your tank desludged. It's never to suck the water out because the water's always that tall, high rather. All right, so all the liquid leaves the property. It goes into the septic tank here. And then from here, it then goes down, well, it goes down through this pipe and then ends up in the soakaway. So let me show you the water in the soakaway now. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So once the water reaches a certain level in the tank, it then disperses into the ground via these kind of fishbone, herringbone style pipes. And over time, that water will then literally just drain, bam, away into the soil. So that's pretty much how a septic tank and soakaway work. So let me just put the tank half back on. All right, so there you go. Let me put the lid back on. And so if you're buying a house with a septic tank and a soakaway, that's a good thing. Don't be put off by that. They're an amazing invention. Whoever invented the septic tank and the soakaway, it's a really, really, really good invention. There's only literally 3 components, right? The septic tank, the inspection chamber, and the actual soakaway. And if you maintain your septic tank and soakaway regularly, if you look after it, or you get it emptied once a year, or say you put the septic tank soakaway worms into there, then it will never do you wrong. All right, it'll never do you wrong. It'll always last forever. People ask me about lots of treatments. You can get on the market to keep your septic tank maintained. You can buy something called, I think they're called munchers or something like that, that are supposed to eat the muck in the septic tank. They're a load of rubbish because they're bacteria. Nothing eats the muck in the tank. The only thing that eats the muck in the tank, there's only 2 things that get some muck out of your tank, and that's sucking it out, or worms. Worms eat everything. They even eat me when I'm dead and gone. Worms are fantastic. If you want to keep your system clean and running free, then put something called soakaway worms into there. But if you keep it well maintained, well oiled, as the saying goes, then your septic tank and soakaway will last you a lifetime or 2. Septic tanks only typically fail if they're not maintained properly. So if you maintain your septic tank, if you look after it, then, you know, I heartily recommend, don't be worried or frightened if you're purchasing a house with a septic tank. If you want to see a bit more information about septic tanks, then all you need to do is go to www.septictank.co.uk. There you go. That's my website. And I've been doing this for 20-30 years now, and I've got some amazing, you can get some amazing septic tanks. You'll notice that the septic tanks on here are slightly different to the onion tanks, because the onion tank is an old style of septic tank. They're outdated now. They're not really practical, and they're not easy to install. They're very expensive to install because you've got to concrete and stuff like that. So if you're going to put a septic tank in, I'd definitely go for like a low profile bullet tank. And even the soakaways have changed now. You can get septic tank soakaway crates and something called Easy Drain, but that's a conversation for another day. One thing I definitely recommend is to get yourself a free government compliance form by clicking here. If you've got a septic tank, or if you're buying a property and you want to know about the septic tank you're buying, ask them to see the septic tank compliance form. But listen, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this live broadcast today. If I've got time, I'll be back later. But listen, thanks for watching, and have a great